from the same predator that me and that violated me as a man.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed?
Like this thing with Puff Daddy, there's going to be a big exposure. Christians have to get themselves ready. It's going to turn things inside out and upside down from what comes about from this.
In a shocking turn of events, TD Jakes is reportedly preparing to leave the country after newly surfaced footage threatens to unravel his carefully crafted public image.
Oh, they're so gifted. They're a great singer. They're a great preacher. Oh, look what they did for the community. But gifts and callings come without repentance.
Sources close to the situation suggest that Jakes, fearing the explosive fallout, may be making plans to flee the country as the heat intensifies and public opinion turned against him.
World-renowned Dallas pastor TD Jakes is named in a federal lawsuit against musician Sean Diddy Combs.
As the drama unfolds, all eyes are on TD Jakes. Will he stay and face the music? Or is he about to become the latest celebrity to disappear under a cloud of scandal? Let's find out. Since Diddy's big announcement about testifying, it feels like the heat's been turned up on celebrities. That's not exactly shocking, but here's a twist. Did you ever think a bishop would get caught in the mix? Yep, word on the street is Bishop TD Jakes is now feeling the pressure after news dropped that Diddy might spill the tea in court. And apparently, he's naming names. Big ones.
And other names are going to come out. Sean will talk. That's why Jay-Z is running. That's why Jay-Z is nervous.
This could be bad news for anyone linked to Diddy, with rumors flying that even the FBI might start sniffing around. And get this, folks are saying TD Jakes allegedly tried to dip out of the country right when Diddy got arrested. To make things messier, old pics and videos of the bishop partying it up with Diddy have resurfaced and are blowing up online. A bishop partying with Diddy? Yeah, that definitely raises some eyebrows. And now there's talk that Bishop TD Jakes might be in some serious trouble. Could Diddy call him out and take him down with him? Things are looking messy.
Why would a religious man like himself be at a party which ain't nothing but sin that's going on, bro?
You don't usually hear about big-name preachers making headlines for anything other than their sermons, right? But Bishop TD Jakes seems to have flipped the script. Instead of the usual inspirational stories, he's caught up in some pretty unexpected, and let's be real, kinda shady, news. And now, whispers of legal drama are circling his name. Jakes isn't new to the spotlight. Over the years, he's built a massive following and rubbed shoulders with some of the biggest names in entertainment. That fame, it's a double-edged sword, bringing him praise and criticism. For a long time, people have side-eyed his connections to certain questionable folks, but he always brushed it off like it was no big deal.
Like I said, men on men, women on women. It's hard to put in perspective unless...
Well, it seems like that untouchable, squeaky clean image might finally be cracking. This latest wave of headlines, they're not exactly about spreading the gospel, and it's got people asking some serious questions. Once you're wrapped up in one controversy after another, it's only a matter of time before people start asking, what if the rumors are true? And that's exactly where Bishop TD Jakes finds himself right now. Folks are starting to question if he's as squeaky clean as he's always made himself out to be. Things took a turn when two individuals recently came forward with disturbing claims about their past experiences with Jakes. As if that wasn't enough, his own son has been tangled up in a separate scandal, adding more fuel to the fire and making the latest accusations seem even more believable.
SA. From the same predator that and that violated me as a man.
Jakes has faced tough situations before, but the timing of all this couldn't be worse. While his church initially put him in the spotlight, it's not the only thing keeping him there. Over the years, surprising and frankly messy stories have popped up, like the scandal involving his son, and now there's even buzz linking him to Diddy. According to a Dallas police report, Jakes' son, Jermaine Jakes, was arrested during a gay sting operation at Keast Park a while back. The report states he was charged with indecent exposure after allegedly exposing himself to two undercover Vice officers. To make matters even more eyebrow-raising, both detectives involved were male.
He got two sons that is about, and I'm talking about TD Jakes. He got two sons that may be part of the LGBT or that community.
With all of this coming to light, it's no surprise people are starting to dig deeper into the bishop's life. The real question is, how much more is going to come out? The arrest affidavit paints a pretty wild picture. Detectives investigating complaints about inappropriate activity at Keast Park spotted Jermaine Jakes in the parking lot. They followed him into a wooded area where, get this, he allegedly approached them with his pants unzipped and exposed himself. To make it even more bizarre, he reportedly stood there for several seconds, making eye contact with one of the undercover officers without even attempting to cover himself, all while people were nearby jogging and walking. And here's the kicker. Court records show Jermaine listed his workplace as TD Jakes Ministries, which only made things even more awkward. While he was detained, he was eventually released at the scene. For context, Bishop TD Jakes is the founder of the Potter's House, a massive church with a 30,000 member congregation in South Dallas. The irony? Jakes has long been vocal against same-sex marriage and has faced criticism from AIDS activists for contributing to stigmas surrounding homosexuality and use. Now, his own son is caught up in a scandal that's impossible to overlook. But the drama doesn't end there. Rumors are swirling that Bishop TD Jakes himself could soon face even more serious trouble. Allegations of misconduct are reportedly on the horizon, with Manasseh Jordan claiming in a video that victims of what he calls the power-bottom bishop are gearing up to file lawsuits. Remember when certain prophets claimed this kind of scandal was brewing? Well, it looks like those predictions might be coming true.
One of the things that really happens and seldom talk about is that there's something called grooming. And it happens in the Pentecostal church, it happens in many churches, but I'm referring to the black church specifically.
In his recent video, Manasseh Jordan dropped even more bombshell claims, alleging that two individuals he spoke to accused Bishop TD Jakes of some deeply disturbing actions. According to Manasseh, these two victims confided in him, claiming they were and by Jakes. Manasseh went on to share that the victims opened up about the specific tactics and they say they experienced at Jakes' hands. These allegations, if true, paint a dark picture of someone who has long been seen as a pillar of faith and morality.
Two of the offenders were not only a victim of grooming, as what I described in some of my previous videos.
It's one thing for Bishop TD Jakes to publicly criticize the LGBTQ+ community, but it hits differently when his own son gets tangled up in the very situations he's spoken out against. And now, with whispers of Jakes himself being caught up in scandals, it raises some serious eyebrows. Hypocrisy much? What's even wilder is how these issues could spiral into a massive legal mess. But Jakes' bigger headache might not even be his personal controversies. It's Diddy. With Diddy now under FBI scrutiny, the stakes are higher than ever. If Diddy decides to testify and start dropping names, Jakes could very well be next on the chopping block. Let's face it, Diddy isn't exactly in a position to stay tight-lipped. Facing some serious jail time, he seems ready to do whatever it takes to get out. According to his lawyer, Diddy is itching to take the stand in his upcoming trial, and he might just start naming names. If TD Jakes' connection to Diddy is as deep as those viral photos suggest, things could get messy fast. It's a ticking time bomb, and everyone's watching to see who gets pulled into the fallout. I don't know that I could keep him off the stand, the music mogul's attorney Mark Agnifilo said in a teaser of TMZ's new The Downfall of Diddy, the indictment documentary. I think he's very eager to tell his story. I think he will tell every part of his story, including what you see on the video, Agnifilo added, referring to the shocking surveillance footage that emerged in May showing Combs physically his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in 2016. He has his story, and he has a story that I think only he can tell in the way he can tell it in real time. It's a human story, it's a story of love, it's a story of hurt, it's a story of heartbreak, Agnifilo said. When he describes that relationship, the word he uses more than any other word is heartbreak. He was heartbroken. She was heartbroken. So it looks like Diddy might not be the only one facing the heat. Word on the street is he's got receipts, evidence that could drag others down with him when he testifies in court. And well, Bishop TD Jakes seems to be in the crosshairs too. It doesn't help that Jakes and Diddy have a history of partying together. Yep, the preacher and the rapper, an unlikely duo, have been spotted at some of Diddy's infamous over-the-top parties. And just a couple of weeks ago, Jakes allegedly got wrapped up in another controversy involving a rare accusation that didn't exactly boost his image. Let's be real, Diddy's parties are legendary for their wild and often scandalous vibe, and the fact that Jakes has been a guest at more than one of these shindigs has raised a lot of eyebrows. Sure, Jakes claims his presence at such events is purely professional, but skeptics aren't buying it. After all, why would a man of God willingly place himself in such questionable company?
Him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin, drinking, maybe fornication.
Looks like TD Jakes found himself in some serious drama on December 21st, 2023. It all kicked off with a viral TikTok video dropping some jaw-dropping allegations about him. After Cassie settled her lawsuit with Diddy, a TikToker came through with some major tea. Apparently, Cassie handed over some juicy material to the FBI, including tapes from Diddy's wild parties and even Kim Porter's secret phone. According to the TikToker, there's a clip out there where someone spills the beans about Cassie revealing tapes that allegedly show TD Jakes and other big names involved in Diddy's scandalous parties. Word is, those parties were wild, hookups with multiple men, and things got pretty out of control. Now people are wondering what's really on those tapes. The email says, "So I want to put you up on game on the real nature of Diddy and Bishop Jakes' relationship. But first, let's understand that Bishop Jakes is not of God. He is undoubtedly a Freemason, and so was Diddy. I say was because it seems as though he has been stripped of his protection, privileges, and power. But make no mistake about it, his soul is still spoken for by the devil. He will never be able to fend off or escape that harsh reality. Anyways, I'm told Diddy and Jakes are MK, the real nature of their relationship." So, according to the email, Kim Porter allegedly claimed that TD Jakes was accused of messing around with a young guy just a year after marrying his wife. Apparently, the whole thing got swept under the rug. Fast forward to 1999, and a guy threatened to expose Jakes. Mysteriously, that guy disappeared. Pastor even spilled that the dude got paid off to keep quiet. Then, 2 years later, the same guy shows up dead with a gunshot to the head. No names mentioned, but this all supposedly went down at Emmanuel Temple of Faith in Smithers, West Virginia. Rumor has it that people from Jake's hometown have been saying he's been on the down low for years, and there's talk of an older pastor grooming him when he shows up at Diddy's parties. Word on the street is Jakes is throwing back drinks and puffing on cigars in some exclusive part of the house. Just tea because he's in a private, invite-only area doesn't mean he's not being watched. Oh, and the bishop's wife? She's never at Diddy's parties. The rumor mill says she knows exactly what's going on and has even questioned why she's never on the guest list. Now, let's keep in mind, these are all wild claims circulating on social media with zero hard evidence so far. But that hasn't stopped people from going crazy online. One person said, "No matter who you are or pretend to be, whether it take days, weeks, months, or years, what's done in the dark shall come to the light." Another one added, Hollywood swinging. What happens in the dark comes to the light. What goes up must come down." And then there's this psychic on TikTok who apparently predicted all this drama 2 years ago. She went on this wild rant claiming that Jakes is mixed up with some shady stuff, like being a Freemason, taking oaths to the dark side, and serving Satan as his top boss. According to her, he's using his spiritual gifts to play mind games with folks. But wait, it gets juicier. She even predicted that Jakes would find himself smack dab in the middle of one of the biggest scandals ever, hinting that it would revolve around his preferences.
The Lord said that Bishop TD Jakes will have one of the biggest scandals of all time in the Christian church.
With all this swirling drama, people are seriously questioning whether TD Jakes can still be seen as a trusted man of God. Gene Deal even chimed in, saying he can't see Jakes as his type of pastor because his own house isn't in order.
Take him serious? That's not my type of pastor. You know, you got to look at a person's household, and if your household is not in order, you understand, how you going to help somebody else get their house in order?
And it's not just him. A lot of folks, like Linnell, are disappointed and questioning their faith in Jakes. She says she's been let down by people she's looked up to before, so she can't put it past Jakes to be involved in the rumors.
Shook my head to say, unfortunately, I don't put nothing past nobody no more.
There you go.
I just can't get shocked no more.
Yep.
I've been so disappointed in the people that I've looked up to.
Considering everything we now know about Diddy, it's natural to question the morals of someone like TD Jakes. In light of multiple women suing hip-hop mogul Diddy and his associates alleging misconduct, scrutiny has fallen upon the close friendship between Diddy and TD Jakes. Diddy has openly spoken about his admiration for Pastor TD Jakes, crediting the pastor with playing a significant role in guiding him through tough times. Their friendship took a collaborative turn in 2021 when they announced a partnership to bring TD Jakes' exclusive sermon series to Revolt TV. Revolt TV, a prominent Black-owned multimedia platform, became the outlet for sharing Jakes' teachings, underscoring a deeper connection between the hip-hop icon and the influential pastor.
And committing more disgusting acts that she was forced to do. I'm also told that multiple male escorts corroborated the fact that TD Jakes have slept with multiple men at Diddy's party.
In a separate incident last year, allegations surfaced involving the eldest daughter of Bishop Jakes, Cora Jakes Coleman, and her estranged husband, Richard Coleman. Richard was accused of SA their adopted daughter, adding another layer of complexity to the controversies surrounding the Jakes family. The current allegations against Diddy and Jakes are heating up, especially since Diddy is already facing 4 separate lawsuits from different women, all accusing him of A. Among these claims, one lawsuit is particularly severe, asserting that Diddy, along with 2 associates, allegedly participated in the gang R of a woman when she was just 17 years old. As these claims unfold, speculation is running rampant. Some people are suggesting that TD might have supplied individuals to Diddy, raising eyebrows and adding another layer of controversy to the situation. The idea that others could be involved only intensifies the scrutiny on Diddy and his inner circle. To make things even more complicated, Oprah's name is being dragged into this mess. With high-profile names like Diddy, Jakes, and now Oprah involved, the drama is capturing widespread attention, and everyone is eager to see how these allegations will unfold. The stakes are high, and the public is watching closely as more details emerge. One person wrote, "When this joker said God owed him and God didn't want to be in debt to him, I knew right then and there who he is. God don't owe anyone anything." The controversies surrounding TD Jakes are just the beginning, as Oprah Winfrey's ties to disgraced figures like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein continue to cast a long shadow. For years, Oprah maintained a close association with Weinstein, often praising the now convicted predator publicly. Photos of the two appearing friendly at high-profile events have circulated widely, igniting outrage among critics. What's more troubling are allegations that Oprah may have knowingly enabled Weinstein's predatory behavior. Some reports claim she introduced aspiring actresses to him, despite being aware of his notorious reputation in Hollywood. Although these accusations remain unproven, the persistent whispers have only added to the scrutiny. Adding fuel to the fire are Oprah's rumored ties to Jeffrey Epstein, which have reignited debates about her involvement in Hollywood's darker, secretive circles. Critics argue her connections to powerful yet controversial figures undermine her carefully curated image as a symbol of empowerment and integrity. The backlash intensified when a 2021 clip from Oprah's 2003 interview with Dolly Parton resurfaced, in which Oprah probed Dolly about her plastic surgery in what fans called an unnecessarily invasive manner. The moment sparked widespread criticism and even caught the attention of actress Rose McGowan, a leading voice in the #MeToo movement. In a now deleted tweet, McGowan accused Oprah of supporting a sick power structure to maintain her own influence and status.
And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
It seems Bishop TD Jakes' network stretches far beyond his congregation, intertwining with some of the most influential figures in entertainment. And recently, his connection with Oprah in particular has sparked interest and speculation. Oprah has publicly praised Jakes for helping her through one of her lowest moments, crediting his sermon Save the Scraps for providing her with clarity and inspiration. With her massive platform, Oprah amplified his message to millions, highlighting his influence even beyond the pulpit. Jakes' sermon emphasized preparation, patience, and the importance of building a strong foundation before receiving blessings. His words about structure and readiness resonate deeply, not only with spiritual seekers, but also with those navigating personal challenges, Oprah being a prime example. Her public respect for Jakes has extended beyond sermons. She even sought his blessing before releasing Greenleaf, a drama about the complexities of life in a megachurch, to ensure there were no misconceptions about its inspiration. During a May Conda session with the media, Winfrey shared insights from her conversation with Jakes, stating, "I spoke to TD Jakes and said, I just want you to know I'm doing a show about a megachurch, and the only resemblance to you is that our main character is called Bishop, and you're a bishop. He said, I'm happy to hear that because I've heard some things about it. However, these high-profile connections have brought a wave of scrutiny. Some now suggest that Oprah and Jakes, alongside Diddy, may have played a role in undermining comedian Cat Williams. While there is no concrete evidence, whispers of Hollywood politics and power plays fuel such rumors. Cat Williams has previously been vocal about the entertainment industry's darker sides, and some believe his boldness made him a target of influential figures. Interestingly, Cat Williams has also commented on society's treatment of individuals like Kanye West, suggesting that society builds people up only to tear them down, especially when mental health issues are involved. His remarks resonate with the idea that Hollywood can elevate individuals to godlike status only to discard them when they falter. Whether these connections are purely coincidental or indicative of deeper narratives, they certainly add layers of intrigue to the public's perception of Jakes. With his ties to both Oprah and Diddy, questions about the balance between spiritual leadership and celebrity relationships continue to circulate. Rapper Mase has added fuel to the ongoing conversation about Diddy and Bishop T.D. Jakes, claiming to have insider knowledge of a surprising connection between the two. In his recent song, Oracle 2, The Liberation of Mase and Betha, Mase stunned fans with the following explosive lyrics. Diddy got a deal with T.D. Jakes, that's why he never paid me. He knew I'd be free one day, and he ain't want me to say what I'm about to say today. These lines have sparked intense speculation, with many wondering what exactly Mase is hinting at. Adding to the controversy are long-standing allegations of closeted surrounding Jakes, rumors he has consistently denied. However, whispers within certain church circles suggest these claims persist for a reason, and some have even linked them to Jakes' alleged association with Diddy, whose own has often been the subject of debate. To make matters even murkier, Jakes' close ties to Oprah have only amplified the intrigue. Some speculate there's more to their partnership than meets the eye. Meanwhile, rumors continue to swirl about Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, said to showcase the darkest side of Hollywood's elite.
And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their club.
With Diddy now facing arrest for deeply disturbing crimes, the revelations don't stop there. Court documents suggest he wasn't acting alone, pointing to a clandestine network of A-listers allegedly aiding in his illicit activities. Almost immediately, speculation erupted online, with many naming Oprah and Bishop T.D. Jakes as possible accomplices in these shady operations.
Federal authorities have made clear that Sean Diddy Combs isn't the only one accused of crimes that include bribery, making threats, and they say he had plenty of help.
However, on December 21st, 2023, the internet was abuzz with activity as T.D. Jakes suddenly became a hot topic. What sparked this sudden surge in attention was a TikTok video dropped by user $Haye on X. The video made some jaw-dropping claims, alleging that R&B singer Cassie Ventura had supposedly handed over evidence to the FBI. This supposed evidence pointed fingers at Diddy, and it came just a month after Cassie filed a lawsuit accusing him of committing serious acts of violence during their 10-year relationship.
To the Fed. She has turned over videotapes, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone. Now, there is also an alleged email out.
According to Maisha, the submitted evidence also involves an email that supposedly incriminates Diddy's close friend, Pastor T.D. Jakes, who officiated at Kim Porter's burial. In a clip shared by Maisha, an unidentified man claimed that Cassie handed over tapes depicting alleged wild parties at Diddy's place, implicating various prominent individuals, including T.D. Jakes, who is alleged to have had relationships with multiple men during these gatherings.
I'm not finna say nothing else.
The mounting evidence has led some to speculate that T.D. Jakes might be implicated in the same disturbing activities as Diddy, with federal investigators reportedly eyeing him as a person of interest. Court documents from Diddy's case have hinted at a broader network of influential figures involved in these alleged operations, fueling rumors that Jakes could be among them. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.